LiveLean Nation, what's happening? We're here at the beautiful track in Burbank. I'm with my man Stevie B, and we're going to take you through a track workout, but we're also going to talk about beginner tips for you guys so you can be more effective in your sprinting. LiveLean Nation, what's up? Welcome back to the episode. I'm your host, Brad Guthrie, the #1 expert teaching you how to live lean 365 days a year. I'm with my boy Stevie B right here, pro track athlete, and he's going to show you guys how to be more effective in your sprint. So I'm going to be the student, he's going to be the trainer, and we're going to take you guys through a workout. So just give us a quick little background on what you're all about.
My name's Stevie B, and I'm a professional track and field athlete. I ran for the U.S. team, and I'm currently training and running for the Italian national team in preparation for the Rio Games, but most importantly to break the European 200-meter champion.
So what we're going to do on this episode is we're going to take you through some tips to make sure that you guys are being more effective in your sprint. So you guys know the benefits of sprinting, but we got the teacher here to teach you how to do it better. So let's get into it. Guys, I almost forgot to mention, make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video, because me and the big man right here, we're actually going to have a race. And I kind of feel good because usually when someone challenges me to like a push-up contest or something, I'm the one under pressure. My man right here is going to be under pressure.
On me.
So stay tuned until the end.
All right, guys, so the first sequence of drills we're gonna do right now are gonna be 2 movements. They're gonna be skip movements. Brad's gonna take it over for about 5 meters, and then he's gonna run it out for 5 meters. We always take it out for that extra 5 meters to keep our body moving and get our body ready to run in the direction that we're gonna run. So the first movement that he's gonna do is gonna be a skip. Everything, we're concentrating on ground contact. So nice and relaxed in the arms, nice and relaxed in the legs, just warming up, getting your body ready to run.
So knees not up, just keep them down.
No knees up, nothing, everything relaxed. Concentrating on bouncing off the ground. You really want to feel that bounce and start warming up those Achilles and the low feet.
Okay, cool. I love being a student.
Good, push off the ground, good. Now take it out for 5. Good.
So how many times would you actually do that one right there? For how long?
I would probably take that out for about 50 meters.
Okay.
We'll take that out for 50 meters, then we'll turn around, we'll come back with another set of skips on the way back for another 50 meters. So it's a constant back and forth movement. There's no jogging movements. You never see a sprinter really jogging at the beginning. You know, he'll do ins and outs or anything like that. Yeah. We're all about fast twitch and we're all about fast movement. So.
All right, let's get into this next one here.
So the next skip we're gonna do, everything, again, ground contact, as light as soft as possible on the feet. So the next one he's gonna do is gonna be a skips with a full rotation through the shoulders, warming up those shoulders. Our arm movements are super important for our stride length.
Okay.
Good, nice and light on the feet, push, good, push, relax, good, take that out. Some of the bigger guys there, staying relaxed is a huge factor for people. That's a big issue for when people try to take the stuff that they do in the gym and the misconception is that the power in the gym translates to the track, but it doesn't. Power on the track is finesse power. It's not brute power.
Let's try that one again.
Yeah. So remember, just relax, let the arms swing like windmills. You're not concentrating on what leg is going forward, you're just concentrating on ground contact, staying as soft as possible off the ball at your foot, and just relax. Hit, react. Good, much better. That's much better, yeah. Good, take that out. So after you do your skip movements, we're gonna go right into our mobility movements. So I'm gonna have Brad do 2 different mobility movements. One's gonna be knee hugs, and one are going to be single leg kickbacks. We're gonna take those over about 5 to 10 meters, and then he's gonna jog them out for another 5 to 10 meters.
And is my foot staying planted, or am I coming?
You need to come up on each toe. Always push off the ball of your foot. Everything's push off the ball of your foot. Like a lot of people go like this, and just like pull it in until you see. And keep your chest forward on the whole thing, so don't lean back. Lean forward a little bit. Good, pull in. Good, jog that out. So the second movement is, he's gonna do single leg kickbacks. So he's gonna walk them out. It's gonna be opposite arm, opposite leg for counterbalance.
What about this arm? What's this arm?
That arm's just hanging there. Just hanging there. You can put it out to the side if you need an extra set of balance, but it's just hanging there. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Good, we're always trying to keep that equilibrium in both legs. That's where you do a lot of single leg stuff for each leg. You find out the weakness, which one's weaker, so you're working them both out singly. Good. And kick out.
Up on the toe?
Nope. You can keep the toe flat for these because you need a stationary balance. But you want to try to kick that back leg up as high as possible so you're stretching out this stationary leg, hamstring. Good, jog that out.
So guys, this is just another example of me putting myself out of my comfort zone. I could come to the track here all the time, keep doing what I'm doing, but I want to get better at what I'm doing. So I'm listening to a guy that knows what he's doing. So if you guys feel uncomfortable in the gym, uncomfortable at the track, watch these videos and try to mimic what he's doing. Don't mimic me at this point, but mimic what Stevie V's doing and get better at it.
Yeah, remember guys, it's all about progressing at your own pace.
Yeah.
Never compare yourself to somebody else, you know, and we try to use, you know, the famous 3 P's for us, you know, is patience, persistence, and positive. We went into our dynamic skips, then we went into our mobility drills. Now we're gonna go into our more technique in sprinting drills. So we're gonna do 2 of these. These are probably gonna be the most difficult for you because they're slower movements mimicking sprinting, and they're gonna be difficult for this guy right here. So it's okay, it's okay.
Let's do it, that's why I'm here. I'm here as the testing dummy, so let's go.
First one we're gonna do high knee runs. Now the difference between the high knee runs that you see like football guys do over 10 meters super fast, we do them at a slower pace and concentrate on more of ground contact, swinging our arms, staying in position. That's what sprinting's all about, is being able to stay in position the longest amount of time. That's the guy who's gonna win the race.
So you're staying up on the ball of your feet?
Yep, up on the ball of your feet on all of these. Relax your shoulders.
Are your fingers like...
Relaxed, man. Relaxed. Everything's
gotta
relaxed.
relax.
Everything's relaxed. You gotta learn to just.
Tight.
So a good technique for that, like when you need to relax, is always tense up the muscles that are always tight. Tense them up super tight, and then drop them. And then you'll feel your body just start to drop out. Good. Go ahead. So here, A skips are here. Okay.
So when you're doing that, like you're driving that with that.
Yep. So you're concentrating on your down strike.
Okay, so you're doing
Yep. Concentrating on down strike. So everybody thinks it's up here,
Yeah.
but it's down. Everything's down. We got to remember we're trying to get our feet down as quick as possible. Down, back, down and back, down and back, down and back. So you're gonna be here, push. You'll feel it too. Yeah. Yeah. Just take your time. That's why I'm saying, what do you feel comfortable with? Straight leg bounds. So they'll look like this. So you're gonna kick out, keeping your legs straight, swinging your arms, strike down. So it's gonna be here. Straight, yep, kick out. Get them up as high as you can. Every movement after each drill, you just transition right into your stride. There should be no changing of your body motion or changing of your body position. That's the thing with all these. They should just mimic what you're doing in sprinting.
All right, guys, I'm ready to go. And you guys have probably seen in my vlogs or my social media, when I'm doing my sprints, I usually do like 40 yards or I do 100 meters. So we're gonna get down into the starting position and Stevie's gonna coach me through how to do it on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, we're just gonna go over some few key setup points. We're gonna set him up, check out his hip movements, and check out his angles. So he's getting the most amount of power moving in a horizontal motion instead of a vertical motion. That's the difference between sprinting. A lot of guys, you know, sometimes you see them bounce and they're not really covering any ground. It's all about horizontal movement, covering as much ground as possible in a short amount of time. Good, so we're gonna go over our start. So you guys just go right alongside me. So to set up your starts, to get the most power out of your legs, since we're not using spikes or anything, we're on the grass. So I like to address the line. I'll face it this way so you can stay on this side of the line. Go right through it with me. So, and then from here, I'll take my one foot out and my heel will address the back of the line. So we're running back this way.
How do you figure out which foot?
Well, it depends. Like, your most powerful foot should be the leg that you're most dominant in. So let's say if you're a righty, you know, usually the people who are right-handed, you know, everything else is dominant on their right-hand side.
So if I'm gonna go, I play basketball, so if I'm gonna go slam dunk the ball,
Mhm.
and I'm going up to dunk, I go
off your right leg,
foot.
off your right leg, because that's what you'll get the most vertical push out of. I'm a righty, so my front leg is actually my left leg, because my front drive leg is my first leg out.
That's interesting, because I'm left-handed.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so which leg do you usually start off on?
So I usually start off, my front leg is my left leg.
Your front leg's your left.
I'm down like this.
Okay. So.
But when I'm talking about if I'm dunking a ball, I leap off my right.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm just like backwards with.
It's about that first step, and it's about getting that first step out and forward and down and back as quick as possible. But they're not fast motions. Like I said before, the power is all about finesse. So you're covering ground, so it's almost like you're bounding out of the blocks. So think of bounding. You know, whenever you see guys bound. They're not fast motions, they're powerful bound motions, pushing back into the ground. Then as you get down and you transition into your race, down further, everything shortens up into quicker motions, quicker arm motions. Good, so from right here, his hips are a little too high, so you wanna bring down, his head is up, so he needs to drop his head back, pick a point in between your feet right here, and that's where your eyes are gonna be. So your eyes conduct how your body movements. The longer you can stay down, the more ground you're gonna cover, and the more time of you're gonna prolong your top end speed. So drop your head, look behind you in between right here. Keep your eyes there the whole time, arm up. Let's bend this arm a little bit, good, right there. Now he's gonna swing this arm out and forward, and he's gonna drive out that back leg. Good, take that out, good. Good, so a few things we need to adjust is that he came straight up, okay? You gotta stay lower in that drive phase and covering ground. You wanna address the line so you're leaning forward a little bit. You need to come straight up here. The hips are down, eyes are back, and you're gonna push straight out. Everything is about repetition, guys. So you're not gonna feel comfortable the first 10 times you do it. You know, maybe the first 20 times, you'll start feeling certain things. You'll be able to adjust it. You wanna find a good equilibrium of pressure in your fingers and in your feet. So that balance in between. You wanna be able to address the line because you're running this way. Now, you don't wanna lean back because you're not gonna run backwards. So everything's got to be moving forward this way. So let's bring this foot back a little more because you're crowding the line a little bit. So when you address it, so let's drop your heel here, bring it here, turn around, and that'll set you up with enough room to put your hands and everything. So one foot, yep, there, turn from there, good. And now drop that, there you go, right there. Much better, it's a much better position for you.
I'm gonna have to play this
Yeah.
back and remember this. That was a good tip.
Good, drop your head, look behind you, relax here. And I want you to drive this back leg straight out in front of you to right here and keep your head down the whole time. You shouldn't look up until you hit the 20. Set, go. Good, good, much better, much better, much better. Much better. His movements were a little bit better coming out. His setup was much better. A couple other things we gotta work on is arm swing. Swinging these levers as much as possible. That's how you're gonna cover ground, and driving those knees out in front. So both your feet, you should be on the ball of, so you should almost like, so that front leg I like to dig it in. I like to dig it in here, and I like to dig in the back one here. So you feel the pressure on the ball of your feet right here and here. So you're digging down and back in both. And that's where you're gonna feel. Your heel should always be up like that. Good. Now look here, right between your legs. That's where you wanna be at. Arms up right here. Good, that looks like a good position to me right there. You can lean forward just a little bit right there, good. Now push out. Good, 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 good. That's better. You know, one of the key factors, even some of the top guys have asked me, you know, when they've seen some of my starts, how do you stay down so low as far as transition-wise and stay down so low smoothly over a period of time? It's all about your eyes. So your eyes lead your body. Obviously, if you're on the track and you're looking out over the turn, that's where you're looking to run. You know, you always want to keep your eyes out about 5 meters out in front of you. Every step counts. So anything in life, wherever you're looking, that's where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
You know?
So when running the 40, you said keep your head down until the 20?
Right.
Is that the same thing if you're running the 100 or the 200?
Yeah, the transition phases for the 100, the 200, I mean, the 200 is a little different. It's a longer bit of a race.
Okay, let's stay in that.
You know, for that 100, yeah, I would say about 30 meters or so is that really drive phase area, and then you're transitioning. But the longer you can prolong that, you know, the better. That's why you see some of these guys in some of the big meets that about 50, 60 meters in, they start pulling away from everybody. Yes, they're faster. Yes, some of them are stronger, but they've also known how to run the phases of their race. So they have, you know, their drive phase, their transition phase, their top end speed phase, and then their maintenance phase.
We are dropping some nuggets at you guys right here. Hope you guys are enjoying these tips. Let's keep moving. All right, guys, so if you can tell, we're at the 20-yard line now. So what's next?
So you guys went over your drive phase, which is your first 20. Now we're gonna go over your transition phase, which is starting to get you into it's coming from your drive phase. Now your posture's starting to come up, your hips are starting to come up, and you're starting to push into your top end speed phase. As much as possible, you have to stay relaxed. Because if you start rushing these phases, you're gonna not run your race, you're gonna run the guy's race next to you.
So are you not focusing on the guys beside you? Like you're
not
zoned in?
at all.
Really?
There shouldn't be. You should have almost like the race horses have blinders on.
Yeah, nice.
That's exactly what you should have.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of the guys? The guys are like this. The guys are like this. You know, and I like to, even through my 200-meter races, I always try to keep my eyes down throughout the whole race. You may think I don't know where I'm going, but I'm always 5 meters out in front. That's where I'm looking at my eyes, and that's where I am. This way, I don't get distracted. Good, down in the hips a little more. Go right there, lean forward, set, go. Good, push, 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 push. Now come up. Good, much better, much better. Good, so he's still relaxing, coming out, driving, pushing, pushing, pushing. But then you start to see his hips come up, his eyes come up, which forces him to come up in this position and start driving his knees out in front of him and his hands in front of his face. Relax is the key to sprinting. I don't know how many times you can repeat it to yourself. Relax, relax, relax. Find yourself 3 key words that you're doing during your runs. When I run, even in practice, I repeat to myself, even when I'm getting tired or I'm fresh, strong body, light feet, confident mind. Those are 3 little things that I repeat to myself every rep. So you find 3 little words that really are keys for you to work on, and you just put them together. And it'll just keep reminding your body to do certain things. Good, much better. Yeah, you look a lot more comfortable there. Good, head down, look behind you. Good, lean forward just a little bit. Hips down just a little, right there. Set, go. Good, push, 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 swing, swing, good. Now come up. Good, much better, relax, relax. So the 2 cues for Brad today, for just working on him. Now I haven't seen you guys run, so I can't really tell you what you guys are doing or how I can cue you guys, but I always have plenty of cues from my coaches. With him, it's about knee lift, and it's about arm swing. Those are the two things that I see that are restricting his movements in being able to cover ground and being able to strike with more power. I want you to feel real compact in your legs. So you feel all that power and all the tension up on your quads. Good. Drop your head, look behind you in between your legs right there. Good. Set. Go. Push, push, push. Swing, swing, swing. Good. Up. Good.
It's gonna take you a while. I've been sprinting not in a good form for a long time, and I'm still trying to recharge my body to do the right kind of mechanics. So it's gonna take a while, but I remember these tips. It's just actually getting the body to move when you're actually in the sprint. Just getting back to the point, Stevie, that you were saying about you're not racing against the guy next to you, you're racing against yourself.
Yeah.
This is such a valuable point when it comes to body recomposition as well. So some people may lose fat quicker than you, they may build muscle quicker than you, but you got to focus on yourself. It's completely right?
Without a doubt. And you know the funniest part is that compared to any other sport in the world, track and field athletes, especially sprinters, are some of the best athletes in the world. You can take them and put them in any other sport, and all they'd have to do is learn those modalities of that sport, and they'll be great. But as far as the discipline aspect, track is a one-on-one sport. It's whatever you put into it is whatever you're gonna get, and it's the same thing in life. It's laid the discipline for me and the platform for me in order to do a lot of other things and to really, take a lot of the things that I do on the track into other aspects of my life.
And it takes the ego out as well, right?
Oh,
I can tell, you're an athlete, you got the testosterone rolling through your body, but you're not an egomaniac.
Right.
You could be based on where you are in this world.
Yeah.
But you're not, and that's a great thing.
It's a light switch. You got to learn to turn it on and turn it off. Believe me, I go through my phases. I go through my ups and downs, my peaks and valleys. You definitely got to be patient, and that's the biggest thing I've learned is not compare yourself to anybody else. You have certain gifts that other people don't have, and other people want. So you got to really hone in on those things, and just really make the partnerships and things that that really you can do things together.
Yeah, I love it, man. So there you go, guys. That's the 40 right there. I guess any last tips for just the end part? You were mentioning a couple things, but other than that,
the second half of the race is really all conditioning.
Yeah.
Now the biggest part of our seasons and everything is the conditioning phase of our season. So we'll start in September, or maybe even a little earlier, but we're not competing until March. So that's how much conditioning and strength you need to build up in order to be able to withstand your body to be able to sprint. So you're not pulling anything, you're not causing any stress fractures or anything else like that. You gotta really build a base before you can get to that peak.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You got some tips on how to improve your sprints. Thanks to my man Stevie B for coming out. Where can people find out more about you and what's going on in your world?
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure being here with you guys, and I appreciate your time, taking the time out, and I'm trying to help you guys as much as possible. But as far as social media aspects, you guys can find me on Instagram at StevieB. So you can read all about my story, my background.
So seriously, guys, he has an amazing backstory. So go to that page, check it out. Well, guys, that's it. So with that said, make sure you keep living lean, and it's now time for us to hit the starting line. Let's go. Guys, on today's episode, it got a little spicy, a little salty, and she threw me under the bus.
He actually let me fall and break my wrist.
Oh, stay tuned.